Good late evening, gentlemen. Michigan State came in and played up to their expectation of being a top 5 team. When they had a little adversity, they came back and did what good teams and good programs do. They took the ball down the field, they scored, and they left a small amount of time on the clock for their opponent. My hat's off to them. I want to talk about our kids who played like I've never seen them play, who weren't perfect, but ran the ball against a team that people said we couldn't run the ball against in the second half, and protected the passer, gave up a couple sacks, caught some big balls, and just played their hearts out for each other. At the end of the game, the clock management is 100% on the guy in charge, and I'm the guy in charge. So I mismanaged the situation. And Chris Laviano did what he was told to do. And I told him the wrong thing. So don't think that he screwed it up. I want to say I appreciate the fans who clapped those young men in and gave them support and showed them that they cared, when they could have just as easily turned their backs on them through all the things we've been through. You're going to ask me about Leonte Carew, and I'm going to say you need to ask me about Carlton Agudosi, who had to sit it and not play, so our best player could play. So if you got questions, ask your questions.
Norries, to clarify, were you yelling to Laviano to spike the ball?
He did what he was told to do.
Norries, we haven't seen you like this. Where does this emotion come from? Just the way the loss?
No. It comes from taking away a chance to win from some guys who played real hard.
Coach, what did you tell the team after the game?
That was my fault. We got to play again next week. That it wasn't perfect, but that's why we play. They put themselves in a position to have an opportunity to tie the game or win the game. That was taken from them. And fair is a 4-letter word like the other words you can't use on TV, but it ain't fair.
So overall, though, just how do you assess the way Chris played throughout this game?
I think he did okay. I haven't looked at the stats. He threw the ball. You know, he had some guys open. He had some pressure on him. He might have got happy feet 1 or 2 times. He didn't turn the ball over. He missed a handoff, and he got back on the ball. I thought he did a good job without seeing the film.
Norries, can you just talk about the decision to blitz so much tonight? You hadn't done a lot of that either in the run game and the pass game tonight. It felt like blitzes came from all over.
Well, I think the defensive staff did a good job putting the plan in place. I think for the most part, we held back some running backs that I thought were very good running backs. Those kids that Dave Warner coaches at Michigan State, they're good players. I watched them on film, and they can run the ball downhill. And I think our defensive line and linebackers stepped up, and outside of that last run that got them down to the 3, did a good job containing them. So I think Joe had a good plan. I think we came free a couple of times, got some hits on the quarterback, made him throw some balls away. So
Quentin Goss played a hell of a game today, and he's been a big key for your guys sitting on the defense. What can you say about the defense this team?
Well, he's been here a long time. He's a quality person. You know, he's raised by good people. He's from Rochester. Just been here and trying to be a positive leader. He's not perfect. I'm sure there's going to be some mistakes on the film that he's made, but he plays with a lot of emotion. He plays with a lot of heart, and the kids know that when it comes from him, it's honest and it's genuine. And he's not going to give him something that's not genuine. He's not going to ask his teammates to do something that he's not willing to do himself. So, and we enjoy having him as part of our program.
Norries, PJ had that 72-yard run, and I think he had maybe one more carry after that. Did he get banged up, or?
He did not get banged up. That was actually a function of the rotation. It wasn't on purpose. It's just how the rotation came out. And you know, when we came out in 22 personnel and ran it with Josh, and then the next rotation was on Rob. Then we came out and we ran it with Rob, and you know, they kept the ball for the first drive was 7-8 minutes, and then we went 3 and out. Then they came back and drove again in the third quarter and scored again. So that quarter was gone before Rob even got his set of plays. So it was a tough deal on PJ, and you know, he had the big run. You know, I wish we could have gotten some more.
Coach, how about Kai Hester, and how important was that interception in the end zone there?
It was very important. I thought in the first half that we played very good first and second down defense. I thought that we were struggling on third down, and that was a big third down play, and it got the defense off the field and stopped a going ahead drive or an opportunity to kick a field goal to make it 14-13. So I thought it was a huge turnover for us to get.
I know you said, you know, you talked about Agadosi, but just how much did Carew add on the field, just his presence?
He added a bunch. You know, he caught some big balls. He did a good job blocking. He did a good job finishing plays. I'm sure he's going to be very sore tomorrow. Just working out is a lot different than going out and banging and hitting guys all night and having contested throws. And he brought a lot of energy to the stadium with his play, and he brought a lot of energy to the sideline with his play.
Going back to the Kai Hester interception, afterwards you guys got the ball off, did you guys contend just like to have to lead? Do you look back at the situation?
We weren't content to go into the locker room with a lead. We had an idea what we wanted to do, and we weren't efficient on first down to carry on with the plan. So it wasn't as if we sat on the ball. We had something we wanted to do, and then there was a mix-up on personnel on second down, which forced us to call a timeout. And at that point, we decided to just not throw caution to the wind and then to go into the locker room.
Okay. Thanks, Coach.